Praise the Lord, and this is Reverend Wilson Kipula. I would like to invite you to all for my Bible study session. In this video, I'm going to bring a study on Book of Judges, the introduction of that book, and there are 12 judges. I would give a study on each of those judges, 10 to 12 minutes, and the application part would be there. The title of the Book of Judges was derived from the special rulers, the judges appointed by God to assume governmental control after the death of Joshua, Judges chapter 2 verse 16. Judges is the 8th book in the Old Testament and the second in a group called the former prophets. The name Judges comes from the Hebrew word Shaftim, which is a plural word, and refers to men who ruled and directed the affairs of state in Israel from the death of Joshua until the crowning of Saul as king. Saul was the first king of Israel, and he was from tribe of Benjamin, and Samuel the prophet anointed him. The term Sephathim, plural word, is unlike the term Sephath, which is singular word, meaning one who judges controversies in court. In other words, these 12 judges in the book of Judges, they are not civil court judges or criminal court judges. They didn't have any courthouse as such, but they were appointed by God to fight the enemies that God sent on the people of Israel because of their disobedience to God. And they had fought with enemies and got a victory over them. And then they turned the people back to God. And that was the main job and the function of these 12 judges in the book of Judges. The authorship of the book of Judges is unknown, but many scholars believe Prophet Samuel might have written or kept the record of these judges, later compiled into a book. That's what we need to believe. Background and purpose and content of this book. No leader had been provided to succeed Joshua. So when he died, the nation of Israel was without a central government or an executive head. The nation soon degenerated and began to serve the gods of the heathen nations. Law and order became a personal matter and soon ceased to exist. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes. In Judges chapter 17 verse 6, repeatedly God intervened and provided a judge to deliver the people from their life of bondage. The pattern of Israel's apostasy was consistent. When the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and forget the Lord their God and served Balaam and Ashtoreth and all their gods around them, the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. The Lord turned them over to the heathen rule for a season. We find this in Judges chapter 3, verse 7 to 8, and also chapter 4 and chapter 6 as well. The pattern of deliverance was also consistent. When the people repented and cried unto the Lord raised up a deliverer for the children of Israel to conquer the enemy and to deliver the people from bondage. We find it in chapter 3 and 4 and 6. At times of victory, some of the leaders composed and sang a wonderful triumphal songs to enjoy their victory, like we find in Exodus chapter 15. The general teaching of Judges is consistent with the law as revealed to Moses by God. The book of Judges constantly manifests the discipline which the Lord had imposed upon his people. In the national development of Israel, the cycle of sin, sorrow, repentance, and salvation occurred repeatedly. The instability and the national religious affairs of Israel continued until the day of Samuel. This last judge and the first prophet the way for Israel's spiritual and national renewal.